as a mirror to keep your fist tight and your wrist straight.
Let's get that going. Let's get some. Yeah, there we go. Right. No, I'm on now. Yeah, I just let it build up. Who have we got in? Let me know who we've got in the chat so far. We're back after a nice hiatus. Just tweeting everything out and then we'll get going. Let's see. Let's get that there. Schedule that. Who have we got in the chat? Do let me know who's joined me so far today. We might be a bit low on numbers today, given that I've had 10 days off or so. So it might be a bit low on numbers as the algorithm punishes us, but let me know who we've got and we'll get going. Hey, James, how we doing? Let me just get this. Going. Oh, family. Yeah, mate, all good, all good. Let me just get it into the CSE Discord as well, and then we'll be going. Get my screen on, and then yeah, we're ready. We're ready to rock. How have you all been? Have you missed me? I hope you've all missed me dearly. I've missed you all. Let's see, get that on. Right, we're rocking. We are rocking. John, how are we doing? Great to see everyone. Those of you that have joined so far, welcome back to the stream. It's great to have you here. Bitcoin's breaking out. Hopefully, anyway. Hopefully. We're testing the waters on the daily, aren't we? Currently, the 4-hour is looking quite nice, but obviously, what we want is that daily breakout. So do let me know in the chat if you think we are going to get that daily breakout or not. But yeah, how are we all? How have you all been? What have we got going on there? It's got 6 in there. Yeah, do let me know who else we've got in, because we have had quite a break. Been away for the past 10 days, so missed about, to be fair, I've only missed about 4 streams, but still, no, we don't. We want to dump Dave. Do you, James? Well, in that case, then let me try and feed James's desire. Let me try and feed James's desire. We are still red on Stonksy as well, so that's interesting to see. We are still red on Stonksy on the daily. We haven't come out of that yet. Also, do let me know, is the sound coming across okay? Put a magnet on the chart. On the daily, what we are currently getting would be Bitcoin's highest daily close if it closes anywhere around here. Obviously, we've got US Open coming out in 10 minutes. But this would obviously be Bitcoin's highest daily close during this whole consolidation since the drop down a month ago. So we've had a month of sideways, haven't we? But yeah, this would be Bitcoin's highest daily close, and obviously depending on how you look at it, you know, you could say the daily closed around here. You could call that a breakout. Personally, I would rather see it push up higher and definitely clear these wicks at the moment. We're not really clearing these wicks, are they? So it kind of leaves it a bit open to maybe dump back down and just have another failed breakout. But what we want is some decent expansion away. And I think, 73 plus would be good. Really, anything above 72 seems to be like the good area and the good number to do it. But James is wanting 57k. So James is wanting 57. So to be fair, you're not wanting too much lower, are you? It could be a case, could it be a case of higher before lower? Could it be a case of higher before lower? Is that what it could be? Also, if you notice me moving around a bit more, it's because I'm now on my standing desk. So I'm now operating on a standing desk. So I'm free to kind of jiggy about. So if you want me to do a little dance or anything, just request it and I can. Use my legs more, get off the seat, save my back. And yeah, just, I do, look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So... Easy, Kev. How are we doing? Easy, Kev. Yeah, so I think we are, we're definitely on kind of the line in the sand between a breakout and a rejection for sure. This is where I draw on this range before I went off, actually. And it's interesting to see, so when was the last stream? It would have been the Friday, wouldn't it? So that's last week. That's last week. So the last stream, would have been here, so the 20th. So the last stream would have been the 20th. And it's interesting to see, obviously, how Bitcoin has behaved around this range. So obviously, we got the drop down towards 62.5k, which obviously lost the idea of this being the range low. But then we obviously pushed back up, regained it. And as you can see, particularly Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we used this area. Now, for argument, you could pull it down further. If you want to pull it there, that's fine. That would obviously fit the most recent price action as well when you're looking at them daily candles. But in essence, Bitcoin has kept largely around this range. And we definitely are, we're definitely on the cusp of rejecting again, or this is the time and this is the breakout. Even if it turns out to be, hopefully it's not, but there's every chance, you could get something like this again, where you break out and it looks like it's going to be a strong breakout and then it doesn't. Personally, where would I think that we were going to? I think it's kind of hard to ignore the liquidity around these candles, I think, for me anyway. Let me know in the chat if Bitcoin breaks out from here. Where are you looking for? Where are you kind of eyeing up to be the case of Bitcoin going to? But I think if you look at the 4-hour chart, you'll probably be able to draw a decent block of anywhere in and around kind of this 1.5 to 2k region. Bitcoin could hit supply and then reject, and then obviously take a nose down to the downside. But in terms of liquidity, you can see it there. You got 3 daily candles there, all lined up in a row, basically just waiting for a little pop above, sweep that liquidity, and then that. Now, it could be a case of we break out, we come up to here, and then we reject, and then of course then it's eyes on can that be an SR flip? That could also be a case. That could be one potential. But let me know in the chat what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat what do you guys think. Welcome back to a poll. Thank you, Safe with Crypto. Thank you very much. It's great to see you in the chat. I can do a poll. What would you like me to do a poll on? I suppose we could do a poll on many things, couldn't we? We could do a poll on Bitcoin breakout or fake out. Do we reject here or do we break out? What would you like me to do a poll on? What are you thinking? You let me know in the chat. But yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. It's been I tell you what. I've been off in fully, including weekends, for 10 days. I was off for 10 days, including the weekend days. But by God, it feels like a month. It feels like a month. Also, if you notice me licking my lips, it's because I got really chapped lips and I forgot my little chapstick thing If you see me licking my lips, it's not because I'm eyeing something up on the screen. It's because my lips are cracked like hell. Paul, on whether Dave goes for a flop at some point during the stream. Nah, that won't be happening today, mate. That won't be happening today. I'm at my new setup today. I'm at the new house, finally. I'm in the garage, got my setup done. However, definitely can't go for a plop here because the toilet isn't in yet. The toilet should be in maybe by the end of the week, starting next week. So there's actually no toilet here. So there's nowhere to plop. And if you're wondering where I go for number one, it's into a mop bucket and then down the drain outside. Rinse it out with the outdoor tap. And then good to go. Bitcoin pump / dump. Yeah, tell you what, yeah. Bitcoin move. Let's see. There you go. Let me know in the poll. Bitcoin move, breakout or rejection. What do you think? We are at the we're at the precipice of either one of the two. The thing is, we definitely know we're going to get one of the two, don't we? We definitely know we're either going to break out from here or reject. Bitcoin isn't just going to stay around this region forever, or even a couple of days, really. I mean, stayed around it for a couple of days here, but that's very different price action, a very different environment when you're coming towards a month into consolidation. So at the moment, we've got 100% on for breakout, and that's only with one vote. Come on, get your votes in. Also, make sure you drop a like on the stream. No doubt, it's going to be a bit hard, a bit of a graft for me to get us back doing some things on YouTube, because the algorithm will think that channel has misbehaved. So do make sure you get some light on for me in the chat, please. Would be massively appreciated. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at, isn't it? That is kind of where we are at. If you have just joined, do make sure you say hello in the chat. Do let me know as well as voting on the poll. Do let me know where you think we're going next. BPN is saying 73.5 entry, stop loss 74, take profit 58. Ooh! So, BPN, how are you doing, firstly? Great to see you. So you are, I think, BPN, in some aspect, you are thinking this again, aren't you? Kind of this again. That seems, am I right? Am I wrong? Obviously, it won't look the same, but in terms of kind of fake out, trap people, and then rip it back down. So you're thinking of like, let's grab a little thing here. So you're thinking, let's make that smaller, of course. Oh no, oh dear, what have I done? So you're thinking something kind of like that. Obviously, smaller to scale to come in line with your numbers. So again, we probably have to bring that down a bit more, wouldn't we? But you're thinking something like that, like a little fake out over the top, like we got last time. This range is still drawn on from last time, innit? We come down, consolidated. We come up, tipped over. Everyone thinks we're going to 100k plus again. And that was it. And then bang. I mean, that was, when you look back at that was relentless, wasn't it? Oh, so you're thinking something like that, BPN, aren't you? Obviously not to scale. Not to scale, and it's not exactly going to look like that. But do you know what? I'm back. Look what I've got. To those of you that have been on the streams a long time, you'll know that this has been missing for quite a while. This has been missing probably for the past 2 months, something like that. Look what I have got. And are you ready for this? Everyone compose yourself. take a deep breath, breathe in. You ready to hear this for the first time? You know, actually, I think it was actually before Christmas. It would have been the last stream before Christmas. So about 2.5 months. You ready? You ready? This is going to be it. You want to savor this moment forever. You want to remember where you was when you heard the ding-a-ling-a-ling again. You ready? Oh, done it. I tell you what, doesn't it sound as sweet as ever? Doesn't it sound as sweet as ever? What? Tell you what. Take a moment just to... Oh! Bitcoin's popping up. Let's go down into the 5 minute. Also, to those of you that have joined obviously midway through, you'll notice I can kind of move around a lot more. I can do a little dance. I can go up and down. I can hide from you and then peek up like that. It's because I'm actually operating from a standing desk now. So one that's on electrics where I can move it up and move it down. So that means no more seat. And I'm using my legs. And I can jump around and dance around and do whatever. Because I've got no seat. Because I'm going to use my legs more and get my legs going. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the ring-a-ling-a-ling of the bell again. Bitcoin is popping up on the 5 minute. Look at that. So BPN, it's accelerating to your region, mate. You're only $1,000 away from being tagged in. You're only $1,000 from being tagged in. As it stands, obviously, if we go now to the daily or the 4 hour, it doesn't really matter. Let me get rid of that bars pattern. If you go down to the daily or the 4 hour now, just grabbed all of the liquidity. Yes, so we have. So that's a good point, James. Obviously, the point that James raises there is that we have just cleared the highest point of this consolidation, which was there. So if you can't see it correctly, let me just turn Stonksy off for a second. Obviously, throughout this whole consolidation here, you know, for the past month, obviously we've had presses into here. But what the point that James raises there is that we have just cleared the highest point of the whole consolidation. So that is what you would obviously call a full, you know, it's a full liquidity sweep of the range, isn't it? There is no more liquidity left from previous price action of this range. So that's a, you know, it's a good, well pointed out, James, well pointed out. So that begs the question, doesn't it? What are we going to do next? That begs the question on what we're going to do next. But let's see. Tell you what, let's go and have a look. What's going on over on? So the S&P is pushing back up. Now the S&P, I tell you what, actually, you know what I need to do? Again, if you see me licking my lips, I'm not licking my lips at you guys. I've got chapped lips, so don't think I'm thinking that you're all tasty. Let me get. Hang on. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna go through the newsletter because there was some really good stuff in the newsletter today. So let me go through that. Let me get rid of that. I don't know. Can you paste a link straight into this like that, and will it pull it up? No. Tell you what, Google's missing a trick there, aren't they? Google's missing a trick there. Why can you not just post a URL straight into the search bar? That would be so much better if you could do that as well. Anyway, I'm pulling it up now. There we go. So, obviously, we're keeping an eye on what's going on with the price action. So, yeah, we got good, decent movement. There's Stonksy on the 5 minute, killing it on the S&P. What's happened? Oh, look at my... Oh, so MSTR up 8%. MSTR absolutely flying today. Look at that for a gap up. Absolute rocket. So, funny thing is MSTR is almost 50% up off the floor. Coinbase back above $200. Look at that. What a push. Circle. This thing is an absolute beast. Did anyone buy Circle? Obviously, I mean, in hindsight, it looks like a no-brainer. I mean, look at where it was. You know, there was ample opportunity to buy it at $50, you know, all the way up to $60. And, you know, instantly there, you could be on a 2x by now, if not up 50, 60, 70, 80%. So Circle's been probably the best performer in it out of all the crypto stocks during this relief rally. It's been absolutely unbelievable. But we was looking at something then. What was we looking at? Well, I lost my train of thought then. What was we looking at then? I cannot remember. What was we looking at? Can anyone remember what we were looking at? Oh, we were going to look at the newsletter, weren't we? That was it. Thanks for reminding me. Not one person in the chat reminded me that. So here we go. Crypto Saving Expert newsletter. GM. Well, this week escalated fast. Over the weekend, we saw US and Israeli strikes on Iran, and the chaos continued this week. Energy markets reacted immediately. Iran has threatened ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz. I don't know how to say that, but a route that carries roughly 20% of the global oil supply. Blah-de, 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 blah. You get the idea. If you want to read it all, of course you can. If you're not subscribed to the CSC newsletter, then you need to, don't you? You need to go onto the website and subscribe. Big offer on Prime XBT if you want to trade gold, silver. Obviously, you can trade indices, stocks on there as well. I'm too busy greasing the slide so that Bitcoin can dump down it smoothly. Let's see. So what have we got? Oh, yeah. So we are... Oh, James. Right, who got tagged into a short then? Anyone? James, tagged into a short. BPN, did you pull the trigger? Or did you not? You were looking at 73.5, wasn't you? Did you end up going earlier? James, have you shorted? I'm keen to know. Do let me know in the chat. Anyway, so Bitcoin takes flight. Bitcoin is attempting to break resistance, which has capped upside movement. So on this one, I actually picked the diagonal for this. I didn't look at the horizontal because we looked at the horizontal, since this range was formed. I was more interested, obviously, to see what had happened there. Now, as you can see, since the newsletter was put out, Bitcoin is back at the same place. We did end up obviously going a bit higher then. We broke the diagonal. It's a case of, are we now going to break the horizontal, or is this another fake out? The Bitcoin has broken the downtrend and is pushing up with strength, with the analogy of a ball being held underwater coming to mind. Yes, I thought of that myself. Should this finally be Bitcoin's time to shine, then the region of $78,000 appears to be a magnet for the price. So you can see why that is. Obviously, you've got the point in which price reached resistance and sold off from. So obviously this is where supply came into the market. You can see obviously Bitcoin comes up, holds, runs out of steam, comes back down, goes for a second attempt, rejects again. So obviously that was made into resistance at the time on low time frame. But then that's where, bang, that's where that sell-off came in. Bang, there you go. So there's supply, but also you've got liquidity there. You can see, look at all them. Look at all them wicks up there. Loads and loads of liquidity. This is where Bitcoin would retrace upwards into supply and also have a big liquidity sweep above 79,434. Ethereum. So, unlike Bitcoin, and obviously unlike you'll see in a minute, Solana, Ethereum actually hasn't even attempted to break out unless it had a little pop on it this morning or early this afternoon when we got that Bitcoin pump then. But Ethereum was very much still underwater in terms of looking at breaking resistance. Still had a lot of work to do, but obviously in the event it does, you've got all that liquidity to chew from there. I mean, that is literally just layered liquidity in it. Like the market basically just layered that itself. Just sidestep down, leaving all liquidity levels there. So Ethereum has built the same, a range-bound trading environment, which has already yielded plenty of opportunities to the upside and downside. Ethereum's move out of the range could be catalyzed by Bitcoin, but it eventually occurs. ETH could be heading towards 2,300 or 1,600. The downside would be significant as it is macro demand, a region that has been tested over the past 3 years. Solana. Unlike ETH, Solana is following Bitcoin's lead and has also broken out. Thus far, Solana is appearing to be looking at an SR flip of $88 resistance, which would act as the springboard for a return to triple digits. Sol left a huge price void on the drop down as it was fast and aggressive. This means it can, in theory, retrace this just as quickly. Obviously, I clicked on the wrong one here. Hang on. Just letting Ross know. So that's actually not the right Sol image. I think that was from the previous one. What did I send in? Yeah. Hang on. Anyway, sorry about that. I was just letting Voss know that's wrong. So the text is right. The diagram's wrong, and that diagram is right, but the text is wrong. Anyway, we'll carry on. You get the idea, though. So the S&P 500, this is right. So we could be seeing a rounded top on the S&P, but obviously what we do have also is support and resistance coming in. So the S&P is showing signs of a rounded top pattern as the price fails to break through $7,000. Still, it is also freely trading within the range in which it is built, with it testing support again on Tuesday and Wednesday. Volatility has dried up for the index all throughout 2026, with no real volatility kicking in over the first 2 months. Eventually, this will enact once it breaks support or resistance, with the most bullish case for Bitcoin being the stock market entering another leg higher. So that's all my sections done, apart from the fear and greed index and the important dates. Obviously, what we have also in the newsletter now on a weekly basis is a section from Wiz. So Wiz does a section in there as well, and it's really detailed, and obviously he puts his vast knowledge into it. So, well, this week turned into an eventful one. We saw US/Israeli strikes on Iran over the weekend, and the chaos continued into this week. This led to a surge in energy as Iran threatened any ship sailing through the Strait of Hormuz. Again, not sure exactly how to say that, but I'm guessing it's got some type of like Hamoy or something like that. So obviously that's what is that? That's oil. So that's oil. In terms of oil, this has seen a strong push up as suppliers begin to see disruption with the inability to ensure crossings through the Strait of Hormuz. We've been bullish on oil all year, and that bias continues to be the case. However, given the move, we may see a lot of volatility in the sector. So petrol, obviously petroleum, same thing. And then Wiz also covered natural gas. So that's still natural gas. So there's a diagram, and then there is the chart. So if you haven't, seen it or had a chance to look at it, do make sure you go and sub to the CC newsletter. It does go out every Wednesday, and it's just packed full of obviously things that me and Wiz have put together. So do make sure you check it out. But yeah, let me know in the chat. Did you find that useful? Oh no, we've got ICT in the chat. We got ICT in the chat. So we got James. Let me go back to the Bitcoin chart. Let's see what's going on. I think we're dumping, aren't we? Yeah, so we're dumping back down. So James is saying, I have a feeling that that isn't going to be the swing failure pattern I am after. I think we go back up and sweep again. Boo. And ICC says, hey, Dave, how are you? It's been a long time. I just had a question in my mind. Is the BLOFIN thing still alive? Can you just go over the boss and thing once again quickly if you have mind? Yeah, so in terms of when you say the BLOFIN thing, I'm guessing you mean is Stonksy still on BLOFIN? Yes, it is. Yes, the bot is still active on BLOFIN. Can you just go over the bot and thing once again quickly if you mind? Yeah, I mean, all it is if you obviously are part of Stonksy, so you're part of the lifetime, annual, or the monthly plan. So this excludes the oscillator. You get given access to the bot if you want it, of course. If you're not going to use it, then obviously you probably won't bother wanting access. Then you can just obviously jump on, follow it on copy trade, and then it will open and close trades for you. And that's pretty much it. It follows Stonksy, and it follows it automated via copy trading. So everything's done automatically. You can tweak it as well and customize it for take profit and stop losses if you want to implement your own, so you don't potentially, suffer a lot, a percentage loss that you don't want to suffer. Or alternatively, if you want to set, a 5, 10, 20% P&L take profit, so you just take the profit, restart, you can. Is it also included on the monthly? It is, yes. It's only not included on the oscillator one. So where I think I've got a tab open. Yeah, I've got a tab open here. Let me just load it up for you, mate. Let me just load it up for you. So yeah, so it's available on these three here. So lifetime, annual, and monthly. It's just not available on the Stonksy oscillator. So that is literally just the oscillator. That's all you get access to. Where lifetime, annual, and monthly, you got access to everything. So if that's answered your question, mate, then good. If not, obviously ask another one. Feel free to ask away. But yeah, in terms of the newsletter, obviously that's pretty much it. There is also added parts. If you want to read it all, we can go through it now. You've got the fear and greed index, some of the key important dates for data releases coming this week, the gainers, losers, and then some of the biggest news from the past week. And that is the newsletter. Obviously, you can see it's nice and built up. It's a good read. It would take, if you read it properly, that's probably like a 10-minute read or so, isn't it? So it's nice and bulky. And obviously, you can spend your Wednesdays reading it. Pax and Polly looking ready for takeoff. That's it for now. You know how shy I am about asking stuff. I don't know, mate. I definitely wouldn't call you shy. I definitely wouldn't call you shy, ICT, that's for sure. Pirate Man, yeah, so you said Pax and Polly looking ready for takeoff. Pax. Let's see. So, are these stocks? Is this, that, and then Polly? That? No, it can't be that. Let me know exactly what you're looking at, mate. Let me know exactly what you're looking at. Because surely it's not Patriot Investments Limited. Surely it's not that you're on about. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Can't find anything in terms of crypto either on there. So yeah. But James said that he thinks we're going to go back up. Yeah, I mean, we could well do, especially if the selling stops here, couldn't we? If the selling stops here, we could well definitely go up from here. I think, yeah, maybe a bit of a bigger trap. So obviously, maybe that's the initial trap where people short and then obviously try and get greedy instead of taking profits. They try and think, right, okay, I'm going to hold this position all the way down. And then naturally, what happens is Bitcoin ends up coming back up, taking them people out, then rounding off somewhere, and then the dump. Obviously, that's in the idea that, you're looking for a dump, isn't it? That's in the idea that you're looking for a dump and you're not looking for a breakout. If you're looking for a breakout, obviously you just want it to carry on. But obviously that goes in line probably with what James and BPN are looking at too. What has been the win rate of Stonksy so far? I'm not gonna lie, mate. I've been off for the last 10 days, so I don't know what the bot's on in terms of win rate. I haven't checked. So you'll have to. I'll have to have a look and report back to you on Friday, mate. I'll have a look. Come to Friday stream and I'll have a look and I'll let you know. And I'll have to go and have a look at it because I'll be honest, I haven't checked since before I went off. And don't ask me about what it was on before I went off because I can't remember. So before you ask, because I know that you'll ask. Yeah, I haven't got a clue. I can't remember. But I will check and I'll obviously come prepared for Friday's live stream for you, ICT, if you are going to come to Friday's live stream anyway. But yeah, in terms of Bitcoin, got a nice potential here, haven't we? You know, this is obviously where the key thing is for Bitcoin is it just needs to find support anywhere in and around here. You know, just anywhere here. This is where support needs to come in. Hey, here's Wiz. How are we doing? Wizzo, great to see you. So yeah, this is obviously, you know, the region where Bitcoin needs to put the SR flip in. So it testing it low time frame isn't the end of the world. That sell-off on US Open is not the end of the world. So I wouldn't really worry too much about that. But yeah, Wiz, how are you, my friend? How are you doing? But yeah, if you haven't, do make sure you drop a like on the stream. We are back streaming and of course going back to videos. So we're going to try and get back in YouTube's good books. We was on a nice, you know, it was on a nice rhythm before I went off. The streams, obviously, ticking over nicely around 100 view per stream. But the videos were doing really well. You know, that one got 100, 192, 317, 383, 300, 425. So the videos were picking up nicely. Now we just have to do the hard work again and get back in YouTube's good books. Awesome, you named your little one, Chef. sorry to break it to you, mate. I didn't, but that would have been a great name if it was true, mate. It would have been a great name. Wiz says we'll be back at the hotel in 10. Yeah, mate. If you want to jump on in 10 minutes, I sent you the link over on Telegram. If you want to join, obviously, if you've had I imagine it's quite late for you now, mate. So don't worry about if you just want to get back to the hotel and relax. Obviously, no bother. But what are you looking for? Oh, I don't think it's in here. Yeah. The wizard won't take my advice on long pistachio. What's that? What's pistachio? Not pistachio in terms of nuts, surely. Where would you even long pistachio nuts? Is pistachio? What is it, Steve? Is it a coin or what? You got to give us more context. What's pistachio? You tell him not to bother you while streaming. I can't, mate. He's put my house together for me. We're nearly there. I'm hoping end of next week, basically all the work will be done apart from obviously some minor bits from when we're in. We're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. I'm obviously in the garage at the moment, back with a stable setup to bring you guys the best content. But in terms of obviously being in, I'm close, guys. I'm close, not too far now. Hi, Nick. How we doing, Nick? Tell you what, everyone in the chat. Nick is going to be absolutely devastated when he finds out what I rang at 2:30. Nick, look, let me try and blank it off. Look what we've got back, Nick. I know this is Nick's favorite ever thing. This is Nick's favorite ever thing in the whole world. Look what we rang at 2:30. The bell is back for the first time in 2.5 months. The bell is back, and Nick, you missed it, mate. Brandon White says, good morning, peeps. Good morning to you, Brandon. How are you doing, good sir? Please do make sure you drop a like. It's great to see you. I don't know if I've ever seen you in the chat before, Brandon. If I have, I do apologise. If I haven't, do make sure you subscribe to the channel. And yeah, any thoughts or comments on the market from a personal point of view, do make sure you get them into the comment section. I missed the beginning. You in any trades? I'm not, mate. No, not at the moment. I am watching for a Bitcoin breakout or a rejection. So a likely action on that. If we get good looking PA for an SR flip here, I think obviously you've got good invalidation at this point, haven't you? You know, your invalidation is that Bitcoin breaks back into the range. The only reason I'm not in any trades is obviously I have had a very, very busy 10 days. And over the past 10 days until I came back to work today, I haven't really had much chance to look at the market. But I'm very interested in this. So obviously this is something that we could go through together because Bitcoin is at a very, very key point. So let's get rid of that. So for the point that Bitcoin's at here, you've got two potentials. You've got a long position and you've got a short position. Now, where could you take a long from? You could take a long from anywhere you wanted here, really. It's entirely up to you. You know, you could take it from anywhere. But basically, your invalidation is that Bitcoin drops back into the range, innit? So whether that be there, tighter, wherever. And then, of course, your take profit would be anywhere that you want as well. Of course, this is not financial advice. This is just going through how you may treat the current price action. So obviously, that's with the idea that, you know, this area is going to hold for an SR flip. In terms of a short, let's just say for argument's sake, you hit the nail on the head and you shorted the top of that wick. Then, of course, your stop loss can go again anywhere you want. And your idea is that Bitcoin is going to put in a fake out like we got last time. So if we go and have a look last time, what we got, we obviously got that tip over, didn't we? Breakout, everyone thinks it's bullish. We're going back to 100k, blah, blah, blah. And then all we got was a rip down. And then, of course, a rip back into new lows. I love the TA. You could take a long or a short from wherever. Well, it's difficult to say, innit? It's difficult to say. I mean, you can take it through. The basis is for a long, obviously, looking at this SR. So that depends on whether you want to see a 4-hour close in this point now. Obviously, we've still got an hour left of this daily hourly candle, 4-hour. It just depends on, obviously, on a personal point of view, where you would want to take it. But the idea would be is that Bitcoin's going to flip this region to support. And then, of course, your invalidation then is that it just breaks back below. So that's the idea. It's not necessarily about where taking it. Obviously, that's a personal point of view. And then it's the same for a short. You know, where do you want to take a short from? And then where is your invalidation? Iran has stopped all export of pistachios, nuts. Oh, right, okay. Right. Well, I suppose they're already expensive anyway, aren't they? So they're only gonna explode in price. Lee Shaw says, oi, oi, just left. Just on shift, but we'll catch up tonight. Paul as well. Yeah, mate, all good. It's great to see you in the chat, Lee. Have a good day, mate. I hope all goes well, and I hope your shift goes super fast for you. And also, you know, as always, I appreciate you jumping in even when you're going to work. James says, I love the TA. Oh, we already covered that one, didn't we? Right, guys, I'm just going to go to the toilet quickly. When we come back, Wiz might be joining us. Who knows? And yeah, so don't go anywhere. We are going to obviously be going through some more market stuff. So yeah, don't go anywhere. And as always, I will be back in a few minutes. Right, we are back. Oh, we've got Wiz with us. I've had to put a jacket on because I'm cold. I'm gonna have to get one of them. I'm gonna have to get a CSE hoodie on actually. But I do have a heater, so let's see if we can get it on. How do I get it on? Doesn't seem to be working. Oh, there's no batteries in it. That's why. Bloody hell.
GM, Dave, how are we?
Hello, mate. How we doing? I'm just trying to get.
What have I missed?
It's having none of it. It's having none of it, guys.
Love it.
I was trying to get my heater on. And I'm a bit cold.
Mate, Coinbase is haunting me.
Why? What's happened now?
Because I spoke about it, but I never had my longs in the entities.
Yeah.
It's that structure low. Literally, it came tagged the April tariff dump, and then just went pretty much from that point.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been looking at Circle in just like sheer disbelief. Like,
Mate,
the thing's up 100% off the low, innit? Yeah. You still with us, Wiz?
I'm indeed, yeah. I'm here. Chilled out.
Yeah. Circle has just gone absolutely nutty. Like that thing is insane.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, but
I'm long Nvidia.
You're long Nvidia?
I'm long Nvidia for a scalp, and I long to the Korean index on the dump.
That had a major dump, didn't it?
Yeah,
but have
you seen the run up it's had?
Yeah. So someone actually tweeted about that I saw, and it just like the thing has just gone parabolic on it.
It's nuts. Well, it's all memory driven. So the main stock in it there's two big stocks in it. So you've got Samsung and you've got SK Hynix. SK Hynix, I believe, has done a 10x in a year.
Jesus Christ. So it's just
I'll tell you a mad stock, Dave, that was so close to being on my radar in time. Look at AAOI.
Applied. I'm not even going to try and say that word. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Oh, what a run up. Fucking hell. I mean, look at that. Look at that from the start of the year. That thing done a 3x. That's done a 3x since the start of the year. That's crazy. But yeah, Wiz. How's Thailand? How's life on the beach?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not at the beach at the minute, so I'm staying in basically what I can only describe as UFC training camp.
Brilliant. Absolutely love it.
It is. Everyone here is a fighter, which is quite amusing. Everyone keeps asking me where I'm training, and I'm like, man, fucking crypto.
Brilliant.
But yeah, it's good. Went out tonight and had a very nice massage. So can't really complain.
It wasn't a naughty one, was it?
No, it was not.
Was it a strictly professional one?
It was strictly professional. Although she wanted my WhatsApp.
Do you know what? Maybe she could just smell that Chad aura. That's what it was. She knew. She thought, as soon as she seen you, she thought, this guy is a stock bro.
Do I give off full market vibes?
I think you give off like proper stock whiz vibes. Yeah, like you got that aura. You got that aura of this guy has done a couple of 10x's in his life. Yeah.
I need a gilet out here, but it's too hot to wear a gilet.
Quarter zip.
Yeah, you know what? I actually brought a quarter zip over. I wore it when I was heading out. It's like, man, I am not gonna wear this at all for the next 3 months.
Yeah. No. No.
That was a bit mad.
Well, yeah.
And then basically, I'm still feeling really out of sync with like the news cycle in the charts. It feels weird to like be this far ahead.
Yeah, because obviously you get all the Asian price action, don't you?
Yeah, I've never really traded Asia. Like my favorite was always London morning, which now falls pretty much when the sun sets, which is quite annoying because I'd rather see a sunset than a few candles move on a chart. But
so what time is it for you now there?
10 o'clock.
Right, yeah. So obviously, unless you was to stay up until the middle of the night, you obviously never really get much of a US session, do you? Probably just the first couple hours.
No, I don't really like the US session anyway, but obviously for stocks, it's quite good.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose it's probably, yeah, obviously, when you get up as well, it's probably towards, like, just late on in US time, don't you, as well?
I'm an early riser, so if I'm up at 6 a.m., I think US session is still on, or it's at least after hours.
Yeah.
But it's, I can't complain. But been some interesting price action. I've not really traded too much, but what I have traded has been quite good. I've basically just been range trading Bitcoin, and now I'm just waiting for a nice little squeeze up to 74 is where I'd like to short ideally.
Yeah, I think we've got a few people looking for the short. We've got James. BPN said he was looking at 73.5. So I think there is kind of the feeling, unless obviously we have a different feeling in the chat, but I've not seen anyone really. No one has put in the chat yet. We're going to 80k. We're going to wherever. I think everyone. I mean, this kind of strings to mind, doesn't it? What happened last time? So obviously, what happened last time was we got this, weren't it? Where we came up and we broke the range by about 4k, and then all that ended up being was a liquidity sweep and a trap, and then of course we just ripped it back down, back towards the range low, and then obviously just sheer full on meltdown.
Yeah, it's to be fair, I must admit, Dave, I've been really lazy and I've just been using scale orders just to cover a zone.
Right.
So I've basically just had scale orders just at and then slightly above. And so, because I've not really been actively scalping Bitcoin, it's been quite nice that I basically just played the range. Solana has been my most profitable. That thing has just moved. That thing is still range bound. I like a Solana short around 92.
Yeah.
But there's that potential squeeze. There's that potential squeeze up to 102.
Yeah. That's kind of in the region, obviously, for what I put in the newsletter is kind of the most bullish case. Let me go down to the 4 hour. So if you go down to the 4 hour, which is actually just gone green on Stonksy, to be fair, in the past 2 candles. But what we obviously have is just that void in price here, don't we? Where it was just very fast, very thin, and all that is obviously just layers of liquidity. It's just kind of leg down, small side step, leg down, small side step, and then obviously just last leg down. So you've got really nice levels of liquidity here, but also what you do is have the chance for it to just, if Bitcoin is going to give the freedom and obviously push up as well, is for that just to completely retrace it, come back into supply, maybe even provide a liquidity sweep over there to say 106 if it wants to do that. If not, just slam into supply around 103, 104-ish, and then of course then tail off.
Yeah, I mean, potentially short term you've got is if we see a pullback now, you could technically go for an overside retest long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been nice to see some action. The only real sizable position I'm currently in is a natural gas long. Now that's pulled back a little bit today.
Yeah.
But I can see that getting very, very ugly quite quickly. Long oil, but I took some profits. Quite like an oil short at some point, maybe sort of 79-ish was where I was looking at. What else did I cover? I covered the Korean stock exchange in the newsletter.
Yes, we were looking at that. We pulled that up and had a look at your sections, ran through your sections on stream. Obviously, there's the Korean bit for anyone that's interested. If you want,
I think I put in the Discord that I was longing it. But if not, basically I took a long out of that box, so that's my position in it.
Yeah, I mean, that thing is just ripped up, hasn't it? Just literally just ripped since the start of the year. Well, before the start of the year, it was kind of mid-December, but certainly in this year, it's just absolutely ripped.
Yeah, what else did I put in there?
So you had there's your natural gas,
LNG.
Yeah, and then
Petrobras.
Yeah,
Petrobras. That's a stock that I really like. I'm very bullish on Brazil. Actually, Dave, pull up EWZ, and you have a look and see. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. EWZ.
Ah, yes, I think we've looked at this before. I remember because you ran through it on stream one time. Let's go to what?
I longed this. I bought some more of this yesterday on the retracement.
Yeah, because I remember we looked at this on stream. There's your diagonal. Obviously peak, retest, sell off, retest, sell off, retest, sell off, but then obviously instantly back above, and then there's kind of there's the retest for support. So in terms of obviously breakout of a diagonal, that was literally perfect in terms of breaking out, back down, pinpoint retest for support, and then bang. But if you zoom
That's on the
out,
weekly as well.
yeah, it's on the weekly. If we zoom out, obviously there's there's plenty of room to the upside, isn't there? Anyone know why power is down so bad today? Rug pull. Don't know.
But anyway, I'm going to drop now, Dave, because I need bed.
Yeah, I'm also going to go. That's a nice hour on stream for the first one back. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you drop a like. Wiz, thank you for joining, mate. Appreciate it. Obviously, I imagine you're probably wrecked after today. You're probably wanting to get to bed. Not wrecked as in financially, by the way, for everyone. I mean, like, energy-wise, mentally. Wiz is training with fighters, so he's probably wanting to get to bed and recharge for tomorrow. So yeah, Wiz, thank you very much for joining, mate. Always great to have your wisdom on here. And yeah, for everyone else, thank you very much for joining. Hope you've enjoyed the first stream back. And of course, join me on Friday. We'll have a video out tomorrow as well. But yeah, in the meantime, get in the Discord. It'd be great to see you guys in there. And I'll catch you then. Bye for now.